What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. I'm gonna be doing some a little bit of diff talk. Not going to get real crazy in depth with the diff talk because, like I said, I don't know everything. I'm not a guru, but everything that I come across, have trouble with, or feel as though that the people that follow me that look for, clarification on how to do stuff that I've done already, then I'm going to show you. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm not going extra into the details of the diffs, but certain details like coming from the plastic diffs to the Arrma metal diffs. That's what I'm going to be going over now. There's a few things that you need to know before you start switching your diffs over. So that's what I'm going to get into. I already did everything, like switched my diffs over and everything like that. And I was just going to put them in the cars and just wait for the races this weekend, get everything set up. But I felt as though that I owed people that follow my content some kind of clarification on how I did a few things that I ran into problems about and how to handle that. So that's what I'm going to be showing y'all. Alright, y'all. Give me a minute. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Thank y'all for waiting. Alright, y'all, center diffs are these diffs over here, the gears like that on top. These are center diffs, center diffs, center diffs. Now, what's the difference between a center diff and a front and rear diff, which this is the type of gear that's on top. So basically, the bottoms are the same. This black bottom, plastic bottom for the front and rear, and this bottom part, the black part of the diff, is the same. So you can interchange all the tops of the diffs between all of them. Now, what you want to do when you get some change in your pocket is try to change your diffs to metal. That's what I'm doing now. Or you can go with in the center a spool, which I have two right here, which I'm going to be converting two of my cars into spool cars. So basically, these diffs over here give you a little play for the center. Let's take the front and rear diff out of the way for the moment. So for maximum traction for the center diff, I don't know if I want to use the word traction, but no slippage, let's put it that way. No slip in there. You want a center diff that's a spool. That means there's no gears inside, no fluid, no nothing like that, which are inside of these. I'm going to crack open one, which I already have one semi-open, so I can show you the inside of the diffs, so I can get to the trouble points of switching the plastic bottoms to the or center casings, or however you want to call them, to the metal center casings, which you can see the red is metal and the black is plastic. Alright, let me get to that. Alright, y'all, taking the 4 screws right there out of the top, you'll be able to peel off the top. And what y'all want to do is look for basically this gasket. Make sure it's either on there, which it is. It'll be gray like that, or it'll be stuck at the top up here. You want to make sure that's on. Want to know where that is at all times, because you don't want any leakage of your fluid. Alright, this diff has no fluid in it. That is the inside of the gears, and it rotates onto that and helps spin the rear and the front dog bones, which are these beautiful things right here that are inside of the cars that go to the front and rear diffs with a gear, and spin these for your front wheels and your rear wheels. Now what you want to do is you want to minimize the slippage when you're in certain applications like road cars that are let's say drag racing or speed run. So what you want to do is you want to add fluids. You can go from any K. You can go from 30K all the way up to 1,000,000. But what I'm going to be doing is 100K in the front and 500K in the center. because I want my center stiff as possible to generate the power to the front and rear wheels as much as possible. That's the reason why most people go to spool, but my problem is I don't have a big enough spool that I need to go drag racing with. So what I'm going to be doing is stiffen up my center so I can have the big enough spool gear, big enough gear for the center diff, so I can drag race, keep up with everybody. Because when you do a smaller gear, it takes time for speed to get up, but you get to higher speeds with smaller gears in the center. And bigger gears, you get the speed a lot quicker, but you top out sooner. So you got to find the perfect ratio. I'm not going to get into all that right now, but yeah. So I'm going to take this out, the gears out of this, and show y'all what you got to do to swap these gears into here to the center, the metal center case, because it's a little different than what it is into the plastic ones. All right, y'all, give me a second. Alright, y'all, basically what y'all want to do is, I'm going to do it after I turn off the video again, is take this as easy as you can, either by the hole, or actually don't do it by the hole, do it by the edge inside here. See if it'll focus for y'all. Inside here, take the edge out, take the gasket off, and then you can go inside of the gears right here and pull up, and then the gears will come out. Or you can tip it upside down, and it should come out after you take the gasket out. I'm gonna get to that, and then I'm gonna show y'all what's going on. All right, y'all, getting back into everything. This is after you pull out the gear, and I want y'all to take a look at the gear. Get the focus real quick. Take a look at the gears real quick. As you can see how it's set up, everything like that. I have it set over here, right here, how the setup is between the gears. Basically, you're going to take this piece, this piece, put it on first, which is this gear right here that's on the inside. On the back side of that gear is a shim. You need to put that shim on there. So it goes gear, shim, and then this piece right here. I don't know how this shim over here, but that's what the shims look like. That's what that piece looks like on the back of there. That's what that gear looks like, and how the shim will look like it's not on there, but it definitely is on there, because it's the exact same size on the back side. And that's the centerpiece that goes in between it. Alright, y'all, I'm not going to take my diffs apart because I have it all set up and everything like that. But when you're using these Arrma diffs, the thing that you're going to have to realize is you're not going to need this piece right here. You're going to take this off, because the inside of these hard case diffs are smaller. They basically took up the space to where this would be firmly against the outside piece right here. This is made closer to the inside on the metal diffs, so you don't need this, like I said. So basically, you're going to be taking this off and leaving it with just the shim and the gear. So this metal piece right here comes off, and you just stick it in there. Then you want to set it in and put your fluids in, and then you'll be straight. If y'all want more detail of diff stuff, let me know. I will be gladly to tell y'all. But oh yeah, let me explain something else about to y'all. These the backside, because you're gonna take all this stuff off to put it onto the metal. This backside gear, well, not gear, diff, has one of these pieces on the back. When you put it through, you gotta force it through though. The inside, you're gonna want a rubber grommet first, which is this orange thing right here. You put it down in that hole. See the little groove for it. Put that in there first. Then you take a shim, put the shim down, And then after that, you want to put, there's going to be a, on the end of this right here, sorry, grabbed the wrong one. On the end of this pull right here is a rod which holds that gear that's inside onto each other, and that's how you fit that on there. On the back side of this, on the top side up here, is another shim. So basically after you put it in, well, you're gonna have to gear it first, put the gear on, then the shim. The shim's bigger than that, but you put the shim on, then you put it in, put your rubber, then another shim, which is going to be bigger than that. Then the pin goes through that hole. See if we get it focused. You can't, it's too small, but that hole right there, the pin's going to go through there, and gear on top of that, and you're good. Then you put all this stuff back in. Remember, when you're switching over to metal gear, take this off, this back piece off, and just leave the shim in the gear. Put it in. Do the same thing for the top piece as you did for the bottom, and then put the gear in after you put your oil in, and there you go. I hope I helped you as much as possible. If I need to go more in depth, message me, comment underneath this, and after the races I will make a full-blown how to put a diff back together video. I'm kind of rushing through it. I know I'm forgetting something because, alright y'all, after you get the diff complete, before you screw it all the way down, you want to make sure the gears inside are meshed together. I'll try to put this down so I'll show y'all something. Alright, what you want to do is hold your gear up top, and then by spinning it up top, your bottom should spin too. That's how you know they're in sync, they're meshed, and everything's good. Until then, do not screw that all the way down, because these screws all the way down up top, because you could damage the gears inside. You don't want to do that, because you're going to have to take it all apart and redo it. Alright y'all, that's pretty much it about the insides and switching the diffs from metal to plastic. Let's see if I can show you how much of a difference it is. You can see the metal gear is much shorter than the plastic gear, and that's the reason why you got to take that gear out. Once again, I'm going to repeat myself over and over again, but I want to give y'all as much info as I can and help y'all as much as I can. So like I said, if you have any other questions about diffs or anything like that, message me. I can go a little bit more in depth, I think, when I have more time. Yeah, anything that I didn't talk about or anything like that, just comment it below. Thank y'all for watching. Alright y'all, peace. What's going on, y'all? Really haven't been doing too many videos. I've been really after it. My rear diff and my Felony, pretty much put 100K in the rear, 500 in the center, and 100K in the front. I shimmed it. As you can see, the extra shims are right there out of the package. And I'm going to be getting ready for the drag races this weekend. I will be taking y'all through the races a little bit by a little bit in between my races, so y'all keep it locked for everything like that. Alright y'all, peace.
Put the time in, and whether people see it or whether people know it or not, you know, it always comes